18. High school football from where you live.
Welcome to tonight's edition of the Friday Night Frenzy alongside Ross Bolin. I'm Rob Hughes, and we start the show with a rivalry game that is unlike any other. It's the battle for the sword between Harrison and McCutcheon.
The Mavericks came into tonight's game winners of 3 out of the last 4 games between the two schools, but it's Harrison that leads the all-time series 27-16. The Mavericks with all the momentum going into this game, and that's what we're playing for tonight, the coveted sword. Mavs got the ball first, and they were on the move until Nate Deno puts the ball on the ground. The Raiders recover, and they would take advantage. Senior QB Jake Lasky fakes the handoff here, and he is on the move. A big gain down the sideline, and just like that, the Raiders are in business. And a few plays later, Lasky hooks up with Nathan Brown on the out route. No, seriously, out of view. The only place on the field I couldn't see. My bad, Nathan. My bad. Raiders lead 7-0, and they were fired up at that point. But the Mavericks would respond. After Deno returns the kick to midfield, he caps off the drive with the touchdown. He bounces it to the outside and walks into the end zone. We're tied at 7. And that's where we would stay for the most of the first half until Jake Lasky puts the ball on the ground, trying to get the extra yardage. McCutcheon recovers. And with under a minute to play in the first half, add on the next play. Jamie Fryer to Nate Deno on the wheel route. McCutcheon led 14-7 at the half. They would win this one very close, though. 24-19 was the final.
Sticking in the HCC, the Lafayette Jeff Broncos visiting the 2-1 Noblesville Millers. Student section's loving the weather. First possession for Noblesville. T.C. McKiernan passes it to Zach Cable to set up the field goal. Not a lot of scoring early on in this one. The field goal by the Millers from just about 30 yards is good, and no doubter splits the uprights. Matt Johnson back from injury for the Broncos, but aside from an 80-yard run by Darian Green for a score, they couldn't get much going. The Millers take it in the end, a hard-fought 24-13 win over the Broncos.
Back in town, Central Catholic looking to avenge their loss at Culver last season. Emily Denhart, Hayes Cronk, Evan Kennedy fired up. On 4th and short, Culver decides to go for it near midfield. The Knights make the play. Coy Cronk says not today, tomorrow, or next week for that matter. CC takes over in great field position. Ty Preston with a pretty ball, and Luke Fusick comes down with it. A nice connection right there, but CC's drive would stall. On 3rd and goal, Preston can't find anyone open. He takes the sack. CC would not score, not even a field goal, tied at 7 at the half. Not much better in the second half. The bubble screen was the backbreaker in this one. Pierre Byrne takes this one to the house. CC loses to Culver for the second year in a row. 14-7 was the final.
West Lafayette continuing to climb up the 3A pole on the road at Benton Central this evening. The Red Devils faced with a 4th and 5 inside the 10, but Nick Fishbach coming up with a huge play. Trips up Parker Roncheto for the turnover on downs. That was about all that went the Bison's way. Very next drive, Maurice Woodard takes the handoff. He's in for the easy score. Red Devils up 7-zip. That was just the beginning of the run. On the next offensive play for Westside, Roncheto finds Brandon Watt. Watt makes the catch and runs the rest of the way. What? 73-yard score, 14-0 lead. Fast forward to the next time Westside has the ball. Woodard on the handoff, sees a little daylight, makes the cut back inward, and he's off to the races. Chalk that one up, a 53-yard touchdown for Woodard. Red Devils up 21-zip. Now it's just getting ridiculous. For the 4th consecutive offensive play, the Devils finding the end zone. This time it's Everett Gorup shedding tacklers on his way to the end zone. 4 touchdowns on 4 consecutive offensive plays for West Lafayette. They roll over the Bison 51-14.
Twin Lakes getting pumped to play Delphi tonight. Defense was the name of this game in the first half. First quarter, Delphi's Garrett Johnson gets hit for a loss by a host of Indians. Later, Johnson gets pulled down by Twin Lakes' Michael Griffin. Nice play there, stays with it, brings him down. Cameron Bennington now throws to Wyatt Johnson for the first down. That'll move the chains and keep the drive alive. Then it's Bennington to Avery Randall. But Delphi's Adam Zink says, "Sit down! Get out of here!" There it is. Later in the drive, Bennington gets a dose of zinc for the sack. Twin Lakes, though, gets the win. 20-8 was the final. And that'll do it for the first half of the Friday Night Frenzy, but we are just getting warmed up.
Make stops at Rensselaer, Frontier, Frankfort, Clinton Prairie, Crawfordsville, South Newton, South Mont, Rockville, and Riverton Park with an E. The Frenzy will be right back.
The Friday Night Frenzy is brought to you by Franciscan